Today I wanted to talk to you about 3 natural pesticides that you can use in your edible garden. The first is Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. I have the eucalyptus variety and I mix it in a spray bottle, 1 part soap to 10 parts water. And I use this is my go-to natural pesticide. The pests really don't like the eucalyptus. You could also use peppermint, and of course the soap is a surfactant, so it makes it stick to the leaves of the plant so that whenever the bugs land on it and eat it, they're not going to like it. This is a great pesticide. A little bit goes a long way. I forgot how much this soap costs, but it's fairly inexpensive and it's very readily available. And the next natural pesticide I wanted to talk to you about is diatomaceous earth. And diatomaceous earth is also called fossil shelf flower. A diatom is a one-celled algae that's found in lakes and oceans all over the world. And in ocean beds and lake beds that are had dried up millions of years ago, the fossils of the algae are left on the lake bed, and they are harvested and crushed, and they have an extremely sharp edge, although diatomaceous earth itself, once it's processed, is very fine and fluffy. But the way it works, it's through mechanical action, not chemical action. And you would sprinkle this on any plant that is being eaten by bugs. I have a bad grasshopper problem, or I did have in the garden here. And you want to sprinkle it generously on the plant. And what happens is the diatom, the shell, pierces the skeleton of whatever insect it comes in contact with, and it dehydrates it. In some cases, like with ants, you can also spread this around your house, around the foundation of your home. It's a great pesticide, and it's completely non-toxic. This particular diatomaceous earth that I have is food grade, so a lot of people will mix this with water and drink it as a detoxifier. And you could read more about that on the internet. But the diatomaceous earth is a great natural pesticide. It is not going to harm your plants in any way. It does need to be reapplied if it rains, because then it'll get washed away. You don't want to work it into the soil necessarily, because it'll kill all the bugs that it comes in contact with in animals, including like earthworms. So that's why you wouldn't want to work it into your soil. But certainly spraying it on the plants and letting it get on the surface of the soil is perfectly fine. And then the third natural pesticide I wanted to tell you about was, and it's not really a pesticide, it is, I'm not sure what it's called, but it is to combat powdery mildew. And powdery mildew is common in areas where the air is damp. I live about 7 miles from the Pacific Ocean. I'm kind of on that border. Sometimes it's dry, sometimes it's not. But particularly in my garden, squash plants tend to get powdery mildew. I have a friend that lives not far from here, and he has grape leaves that got powdery mildew. So it's moisture on the leaves, and a lot of plants don't like moisture on the leaves. And that can just be from the air, but it could also be if you have irrigation that's spraying and hitting the leaves. Great way to combat powdery mildew. Number one is, if there's enough leaves and it can tolerate it, is to take those leaves off of the plant so that it doesn't spread. The second thing is milk and water. 1 part milk to 10 parts water. I have also used half and half, because I don't drink a lot of milk, but I typically have half and half. So you just mix 1 part milk with 10 parts water, just like I mentioned with the soap, and you spray that generously on the leaves that have the powdery mildew. And you want to do it either at the beginning of the day or the end of the day, not midday, because you don't want the liquid to burn the leaves. So those are 3 natural pesticides you can use in your edible garden to keep the pests away and keep that delicious organic fruit and vegetables coming. Thanks for watching, and check back for more videos.